Hey y'all, you're listening to the menu, a space where we sit down, slow down, and talk about life. The weird, the beautiful, and the in between.
I'm V.
And I'm Olivia, and we're just two friends figuring things out one deep and slightly chaotic conversation at a time.
Every week we sit down with a new topic from life's menu and just talk about it. Nothing fancy, just us and you. So let's dig in.
Episode 3, baby!
Episode 3.
What's episode 3 about, V? Tell them.
This episode is called. Actually, no, backtrack. So, how this episode came to be is because my ex told me that I was delusional. So, this episode is called An Ode to Being Delulu.
Delulu. And we talking about in it. No, kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yes, an ode to being Delulu. So
Yes.
what are we going to talk about today, V?
Delusional. Being delusional. And I mean, bro, what did I write on there?
It's a tribute
Yes.
to being delusional. Because why not be delusional? It's okay to be delusional sometimes.
This episode, my ex called me delusional.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be an ode to being delusional.
An ode to being Delulu.
Yeah, and being Delulu isn't about ignoring reality or being totally unrealistic. It's about having the audacity to imagine your life exactly like how you want it to be, even if the memo really isn't there, or like the universe is like not right now, but in your mind.
In my mind, I'm going to be on a yacht in Dubai with Michael B. Jordan. No kidding.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's where I'm going to live in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
So, and life would be boring without a little bit of imagination.
A little bit of delusion.
Or a little of like the what if energy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that. Or let's talk about being delusional. Because I was delulu to be in that relationship.
Preach.
Just
say
joking.
It for the people in the back.
Just
I'm
joking.
No kidding. Yeah, I'm delusional. As Martha would say about my like the Korean K-pop boy, but I'm not really that delusional. But yeah, I think it's also fun. Like
it's fun.
It's so boring, like being too realistic. Like obviously, I know that I'm not gonna end up with Michael B. Jordan,
right.
But you
fun. You might.
I could.
What if you did?
But like, I think it's fun living in that delusion. It just makes life a little spicier.
Yeah. It's sometimes I think of it as like what I did have was great. Mm-hmm. What I could have could be better.
True.
Might be better.
And it could also help you realize what you deserve.
Yes. And if you think about it, it's a pathway to manifestation.
Yes.
Because like, who to say manifestation is not being delusional, right? So being delulu is kind of like you're manifesting this for yourself, no matter how extreme it is.
That's true.
But to everything, don't go crazy.
Yeah. Don't be too delusional.
Don't be too
crazy things happen from people being truly delusional.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay to be a little delusional. Just a little sprinkle,
Yeah. Like, think about it. Maybe not do it.
Yeah. I think also it's like, if we talk about like being kind of delusional in a sense of like ignoring red flags in men.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're like, maybe like the potential is like they could be something greater. We're giving them a chance. We're ignoring the real facts in our face that they're a red flag. They have problems that we don't deserve to deal with. Instead of getting us out of that situation, we're like, let's see what it could bring.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe it'll bring something great. Sometimes it won't. But I feel like it all starts with delusion.
Yeah. Yeah. You go in with a delusional mindset that this, could be great, would be great. Mm-hmm. If it ends up being great, that's great.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then it's now a form of like a lesson.
Yeah.
Now you learn something new.
Don't be delusional about that.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Don't be delusional to stay in a place where you shouldn't stay.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, that's like, but in the same line, like know when to leave, like know
Yeah.
where your boundary is and leave.
Mhm.
But don't beat yourself up for being delusional.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this whole episode is about. That's what
Mhm.
calling it ode to being delusional. Because at one point I was like, after I got out of my relationship, I kind of was harsh on myself. Like I hated myself for staying so long and for like putting up with so much when
Mhm.
I shouldn't have. But now it's like I went in with this hope that this would be the relationship for me.
Mhm.
Um, and it ended up not being.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to have to hate that version of myself to have hope in
Right.
something, because I want to carry that into my next relationship, like that, like the excitement of being in something, like the hope that things will work out.
Mhm.
I mean, like don't fully dwell on that,
Yeah.
but everything starts with like, oh, I see something for the both of us.
Mhm.
I see something being in this,
Yeah.
and that's why you're there. Because if you don't see anything, then why are you there?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I think being a little delusional about fun things
Hmm.
kind of releases the stressor of other things that go on in
Yeah.
life. Like me and my friends, like some of my other friends that like I go to a bunch of like concerts with, we always have this running joke of like,
The
I'm gonna get an NDA tonight,
NDA.
ladies, type thing. But I think it's just fun, like to be in that moment, enjoying the laughter. It also kind of like hypes us up, like because you get cute, you get dolled up to go out. I think it's kind of
Yeah.
like something that just makes us feel good. Obviously, we're not super delusional, like trying to definitely get the
Yeah.
NDA, but just
Or like do crazy shit to get attention.
yeah,
Like don't be that.
yeah,
Don't be
don't do
that
that, don't do
delusional.
that. But I think it's fun just to
Like envision things.
yeah,
Envision certain things, and like live out that fun moment.
mhm,
Don't like deny yourself of that,
yeah,
essentially.
I
And if
agree.
other people deny it for you, or like tells you not to do it, ignore them.
Mhm,
As long as
yeah,
you're doing what you feel like is right, don't take that into consideration. Or
yeah.
no.
Take it into
Yeah.
consideration. I feel like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
some things that we're delusional on, we shouldn't be delusional on. Like, for instance, like I had a friend that went through a really, really like toxic relationship, but they were in delusion in the fact of like it's going to get better. And it just seemed like every time they talked to us, something worse and worse and worse and worse was going to happen or did happen. And we were telling them like stop being delusional that your relationship is getting better. And then it like took something really crazy to happen for them then to realize, okay, I need to get out of this.
Yeah.
Like crazy to the fact where like they almost ended up in the hospital crazy. So I think it's good to be delusional in some cases, but sometimes like I feel like listening it
Seeing the action for what it really
yeah,
is.
but listening to like maybe like outside opinions like people that care about you like your friends and family is also good. But like now they're in a loving relationship and happily married, so it
Yeah.
worked out for them. But like yeah, sometimes delusion is good, sometimes delusion is bad.
Yeah. So like no.
Yeah.
Know that for yourself. If
Yeah.
you don't, ask a friend,
Yeah.
and take that into considerations.
Hmm.
Um, but what were something that you were delusional about besides the NDA?
Other things I was delusional about probably was like also recently I think it was like when I was talking to that guy that I met on
Nap.
Nap. Um, like at first conversation was great, and I held on to the conversation like, oh, this could be something.
Yeah.
But then like it took a turn. Like he started getting freaky, but like
Yeah.
I would ignore the freakiness of it, and I was like, but he's also like this, so he's probably like we could probably make something work. And then I went on a date with him, and then I quickly realized like, yeah, that's not happening. But
Yeah.
I was so delusional in the fact of like maybe it could be something like something real that I
Yeah.
stuck to that, and I shouldn't have. I should have listened to Martha was telling me like,
Mhm.
girl, don't go on that date, don't do it. But I was like, let me just do it. Maybe I'm being too harsh and I'm being too cruel, not cruel, or
Rigid.
yeah, rigid. So, but like, yeah, no, I should have listened to Martha. I should have listened to my friends when they said don't do it and not have done it. But that was me being delusional, and that's something I shouldn't have been delusional on.
Yeah, but it's something you learned. You learn from.
Yeah,
Now you know that this is something that I won't tolerate.
yeah,
Therefore, this will not happen again. And everything comes from experience.
yeah,
So
true.
in a way, I feel like being delusional is okay as long as you don't put yourself in like harmful situation.
Yeah,
Don't go in knowing that you will get kidnapped just
yeah,
because you were delusional about it. Like don't do that.
yeah.
But if you feel like you want something better for yourself, like
Hmm.
be delusional about it, be delusional about life, because life is already hard. It's hard, as hard as it is.
Yeah,
It's already so hard to
yeah.
deal with everything that's going on in the world today and in like their own personal lives.
Hmm.
So like if that sets you free, do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
I think like before I go to bed, I would envision what my life would be like what my future man would be like, and I'm like, it's not that bad. Like navigating a breakup or coming out of a breakup isn't so bad because the future is bright.
Hmm.
Like like they said, for what one man can't provide, another one will. The same thing
Hmm.
goes for women. What one woman can't provide for you, another one will.
And you know what they say? Don't stop your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner from
Mm-hmm.
finding your spouse, your wife, your husband,
Yeah.
because maybe they're not the one for you. And
Yeah.
that's another delusion that we could live in.
Yeah, and it like alleviate a lot of like the guilt or kind of like the heartache that you're going through.
Hmm.
Because I mean, like you obviously broke up because things didn't work out,
Yeah,
and for what didn't work out, now you know what
yeah.
to fix and what to work on for your future relationship to be better.
Hmm.
So then, in that aspect, it's still like a fun journey out there.
Yeah,
There's still like so many things to explore, so many new opportunities. So like, why boggle yourself down in the past when the future is kind of bright,
yeah.
and
That's
and
true.
and, and the present is like not as hard.
Hmm. That's
Yeah,
true. But yeah, being delusional does have its lessons. Also, I feel like in some sense, like it makes me a little more confident
yeah,
sometimes. Like I think if I would have never went on that date, because I hadn't been on a date like maybe in like 3-4 years prior to
yeah,
that. So I think like going on that date helped me kind of like open my shell a little bit more and like trying to go on more dates or seeing what else is out there.
yeah.
Whereas before I was like very close minded, like I have to find my person the right way,
Hmm.
or like is even there is a right way, or like they'll come to me type thing. But like I guess like basking in that delusion that he could have been something great, um, kind of helped me get out there more.
Yeah.
Which it was hard for me before,
it,
because yeah,
yeah, because I feel like in a way like it helps you kind of see like he might be better for someone else. Like
yeah,
he himself or she herself is great.
hmm,
Like nonetheless, like they're good people.
yeah,
They're just
yeah.
it just wasn't for you, and that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he was a bad person, but he
Yeah,
definitely was not the person for me. But yeah, it got me out of my shell because like aside from like my friends that know me and like see how I am with them, like I can be kind of like shy and timid,
yeah,
like when it comes to like strangers or men, especially if they're cute. So like I guess it kind of helped me like navigate that more, being delusional in a sense. But
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see that until you mentioned it, but like it does give you like a sense of confidence, that like
Hmm.
invisible cape in a way,
Yeah.
so that when you do come into those type of situations, you're like I had envisioned this for myself,
Yeah.
so like let me do something
Let
about
me
it.
bask in it.
Yeah, let me bask
Yeah.
in it. So yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. I
Um,
think that like I know like people say don't live off the what ifs and the maybes and this and that, but I feel like sometimes it kind of pushes you forward and it also can pull you back. But
Yeah.
because I think, and speaking of the negative, it's like maybe I'm delusional sometimes. I won't say I have imposter syndrome, but like I always think negatively. Like I'm bringing it back to talking to a guy. I don't know why, but like if I talk to a guy, I'm like, they don't like me. They're not
Yeah.
gonna like me because I'm like this, because I'm like that. Like I'm delusional in the fact of like, oh, what society deems as like pretty,
Yeah.
I'm not that, so therefore they're not interested in me. And like I've had men tell me in the past, like, I was interested in you at a time, but
Yeah.
you never gave me a chance.
Yeah.
But then it was like I was so delusional in the fact of like I'm not their type that I just kind of closed off.
Yeah. Like you reject yourself from the opportunity or the experience to experience something new.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
How, I guess, like now, because you talked about being delusional in your past relationship, hoping that it would work out. How are you paying tribute to that now? Because, an ode to being delusional. How are you
Man.
paying tribute to being delusional in that relationship now? Like, did they teach you that like once you can, I'll do this nicer one. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't guarantee that they'll drink it.
Yeah. Um, I guess when I said like I was delusional to get into this relationship, I don't. I feel like I went into the relationship with a lot of hope and like dreams and potential, to which I kind of got clowned on for that.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yep.
I think when he told me, he's like you're so delusional, like get your head out of your ass type deal. Like in a way, it kind of snapped me back to reality. Like this is a good time to stop trying,
Yeah.
to stop trying to force this to work, and take my Delulu somewhere else that will be valued.
Right
Because
on.
obviously this is not the place for me. And like knowing myself, I can only, I feel like I'm so ambitious, but the ambition came from having like visions of a better future, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
wanting to do so much more for myself, and working towards that. And that all, I feel like in a way for me it drives off of being delusional. Like
Yeah.
one day I'm gonna be an influencer, like one day I'm gonna be a writer, one day I'm gonna be a successful businesswoman. And that all comes from being delusional of like I have confidence in myself that I can do this and I will do that. So
Yeah.
why stay with someone who tells you to quit being delusional when that's in a way like how you kind of thrive. um so this is a tribute to that version of, like, to that girl, because after that relationship ended, I had this like resentment against myself for not, for have taken that, and for even like being told that, because knowing me and like knowing who I am,
Yeah.
I'm like, I did not deserve to be told that.
No.
And I don't think anybody is deserved to be told to, stop being who they are just because someone else couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, like we just weren't good for each other, but individually we're, like I would say he has like really good characteristics. He's a good guy at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Like everybody has their problems, and we just weren't each other's person.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that's okay. And I think an ode to that is an ode to being okay. Being
That's
okay
fair.
with that situation, being okay with the outcome, being okay with what had happened, because only then will I come to this,
Yeah.
to this realization, and to even like start a podcast and have this be an episode of a
Yeah.
podcast, because
That's growth.
yeah.
Yeah. I think like tying it back to like the positive too, and like what you mentioned earlier, like manifestations.
Yeah.
Like, do you think, or would you even say that like delusion equals manifesting?
I don't think it equals it, but I think it's another form.
Mm,
Because with I feel like even manifesting something comes from being delusional about it in a way.
yeah.
Um, like with a job, like I manifest that I'm gonna get a really high paying job, and
Mm,
that comes with like the delusion of you knowing that you can get that job
yeah.
or you have the skill sets to attain that job. So in a way, I feel like it ties more into like gaining that confidence
Hmm.
in yourself to achieve whatever you had manifested for yourself.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree. I agree. That's a great point. Um, I
yeah,
think like for me, it's like I kind of like I say I use delusion to kind of give me confidence because me as a person, like I may see confident on the outside, but then there's moments where like I kind of use delusion to reassure me.
yeah.
Um,
I can totally see that.
yeah, like I know that like I may not be the smartest in the room, I may not be the prettiest in the room, but like if I give like I don't know, my delusion in my mind is that I'm that girl.
Yeah, you are that
No,
girl.
I mean, I feel like yes, like I am cool. I feel, but like,
You are very cool.
but like I when I get in the room, I kind of get anxious, and I kind of blame COVID for that too, because like being cooped up in your house, like
Hmm.
not doing anything for like 2 years, basically, like kind of took that like I guess from me. So like regaining that, like that's my delusion in my head. I'm that girl. So when I walk in a room, I'm that girl. Not really that girl, like not cocky like that, but just to give me more like oomph to like
Like
talk to
I belong
people.
in this room
Yeah,
as well as
yeah,
everybody else.
yeah. Because I
Yeah.
think like even as like a big girl, like society has told me like you should not be okay in your skin
Yeah.
and like you should just kind of like hide. But I don't want to hide. I don't feel like I should hide.
Yeah, you should never have to.
Yeah, but I feel like, and maybe I'm not trying to speak for the whole big girl community, but like I feel like that's something that we have to say in our head. Like that's the delusion. To
Yeah.
me, that's the definition of the delusion in our head. Like us saying we're that girl, or like I can wear this short dress, I can wear these short shorts, I can wear
Hmm.
this crop top, I can do these things. That's my delusion in my head, so I can do it and go forward and like be confident in bask in who I am.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think that's so important because in in society, sometimes I feel like it's meant to like bring you down. It's
yeah,
meant to like drag you down in whatever aspect it is that you're you know that you're going through. Like sometimes I feel like people enjoy seeing you fail or like
yes.
enjoy seeing you not being able to do what you said you're gonna do or like want to do or whatever.
Because they're not satisfied with
Yeah,
what's
with
going on
who
in their
they
life.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like to each their own.
Hmm.
To each their own, but you should be delusional in yourself, like
I agree.
for what it is that you want to do for yourself in your life, as long as you're not harming other people
Yeah.
or like causing harm to anything, then like why not be
Yeah.
delusional?
Yeah. Because the negative side of that is like to be not to be so dark, but like serial killers or
Yeah,
like stalkers. Like that's bad delusion to an extreme extent. But I feel like positive delusion creates so many things.
yeah,
Like like you said, it created this podcast. I feel
yeah,
like I feel like
yeah,
that's our definition of delusion. Like thinking something of the impossible that like we thought we couldn't do, but
yeah,
then turns out we are doing it, which kind of turns into manifestation.
yeah.
But
Because
yeah,
like we mentioned that there's so many other podcasts out there,
yeah,
like there's so many influencers out there, there's so many of everything
yeah,
out there. So like how will you stand out and in a way that deter people from even starting?
yeah,
So the fact that you were even delusional enough to say like I'm gonna start this and I'm gonna have fun and I'm
hmm,
gonna stand out in my own way,
yeah, yeah,
and however it's received by other people is not within your control anymore. So
hmm.
then why let that stop you from being delusional?
That's true.
You know?
People thought the Nicolandria nation. I know you out there. People thought that we were delusional, that they would never be a thing, and look at them now.
Yeah.
For all our love of Love Island girlies. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think like When people say stop being delusional, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'll never stop being delusional. Like, yes, I won't be crazy, crazy delusional, like to where I do something bad or like I kind of check out of reality, but I feel like a little delusion always helps.
Yeah.
It keeps the world turning, I
Yeah.
feel.
And sometimes, like, as I don't know if it's a good thing, but sometimes I feel like people need a little bit of delusional
Yeah.
mint in their life to snap them out of like reality for that
Mm-hmm.
time, and just like, explore new things. For everybody who's preaching, meet new people, explore new hobbies, or like
Yeah.
REM. Okay, but you need to be delusional enough to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because if you're like introverted and you don't like talking to people on an everyday basis and you don't like, getting out there, like I feel like a little delusion would push
well,
you to
yeah.
do that. And that's for me. Like I know like my MBTI, like I am an I. I am
Yeah.
introverted. People don't think I am because in my mind I'm giving myself a pep talk like you can do it. You can do it. I used to say like in my mind, I'm Oprah Winfrey. I'm Oprah
Yeah.
Winfrey, or I'm like somebody like a person that like talks a lot
Yeah. Yeah.
just to give me that confidence boost to like go out there, talk to people, meet new people. And it helps me in a lot of
And you
situations.
radiate that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try.
Like,
I try.
yeah. No, like I definitely feel it. I mean, like, even when new people meet you, they're like, oh, I would never think that you were an introvert. Or like,
Yeah.
I would never think that she like doesn't like to talk. And I'm like, well, she adapts.
Yeah.
She adapts really well, and I think that comes from that mentality of like, I am, Oprah Winfrey. I
Mm.
am this person.
Yeah. I mean, for you too, it's like, I think when you get comfortable with somebody,
Yeah.
it's not that you become a different person, but you're more like I see a sparkle in your eye
Yeah.
versus like when you meet somebody at first, you're like very shy or very timid and like
Yeah.
to yourself. But
Cause
yeah.
yeah, cause I want to make a feel that, or I want to get the feel that you can sort of handle my energy, or
Yeah.
we'll stay around once you see like how different I am
Yeah.
from like your first impression of me. Like, while
Yeah.
you stick around, because like I don't show that side to everybody. And
Yeah.
in a way, I feel like not everybody deserve to see that side of
I
you.
agree. I agree.
And sometimes it's like it's better to what is it, work in silence and let your achievement speaks for you. For those who don't deserve your energy,
Mm-hmm.
or don't believe in your energy,
Yeah.
then you don't deserve to be within
Yeah.
my energy.
That's kind of why I pulled back too, like
Yeah.
when I meet new people, because like I feel like in the past I was very intense on people, and
Yeah.
it would rub them the wrong way, whether they were scared of me, intimidated by me, or just did not like me. So like I think I kind of became like that, where at first I'm kind of closed off to gauge if you can handle it or not,
Yeah.
and then once you do, oh, I'm full on, like
Yeah.
100% of the time. But yeah.
Yeah. And like sometimes I feel like you're delusional. When you're delusional, you give off like a very different energy
Yeah.
of like of what you're wanting to do and trying to do, because not everybody does that. So it truly gives off a completely different energy. Whether you're faking it or not, it's still an energy that you give
Like your
off.
ex.
We're gonna not we're gonna try to not.
When they were delusional in the sense of like who they thought they were and who they actually were.
Yeah.
That's in the negative connotation, I would say the
Yeah.
least. But I get what you mean. Like um being delusional.
I think like sometimes it's like they were delusional about it. It's just like the execution which is not fully met. Like, it wasn't
Mm,
fully committing to that delusionalment, if that makes sense. Like, if
like
you're,
they thought they were like cool, or like
yeah,
they thought they were like this type of person that was like super welcoming, super friendly, super blah blah blah, and then they actually didn't
like
attempt to be that.
yeah, like in your mind you're like, I'm an extrovert, like I can communicate, I can talk.
Yeah.
That's how you hype yourself up internally.
Hmm.
But when you get into that setting, if you don't execute on that,
Yeah.
then you will remain as a timid person.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the connection failed for them. Like yes,
Mm.
they had so much going on in their head, and yes, they're trying, but it's just like it's not, you're not fully committing. So
Yeah.
there's a gap. There's still a gap there, and like it everything takes time.
Mm-hmm.
So like you just have to constantly work on it. But if
Yeah.
like at the first sign of this is not it, this is not working, and you kind of like retract back to how you used to be, then that's what you're gonna be.
That's true.
There's no change in that. Um, yeah, but like they're not a bad person.
No, I
They're
don't
just
think they're a bad
different.
person. I just
Yeah,
think, for me, I think they're lost.
they're lost. Yes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the
and I definitely don't think I'm like not lost in life,
mm-hmm.
but I also don't think I'm like, you know, found my way or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we're just at the end of the day, we were just two very completely different person,
Yeah.
and that's again the beauty of life. The beauty
Mm.
of people, of human being, is to be different,
Yeah.
and like our differences will be a better match for other people, and
I
that's
agree. Someone that will welcome your delusion
yes.
more
I think
than
that's like a now a checkbox
it's like
in the
the
list of requirements.
it's like the TikTok that you showed me of that lady. She was like, I want like chicken farm today.
Yeah.
And her husband was like, honey, I support you in
Yeah.
everything that you imagine, but slow down a little. Let my
Yeah,
wallet catch
maybe.
up.
Yeah.
Like, not in the sense of like I want to be a gold digger, but I want somebody that like sometimes feeds in my delusion. If like I feel like very passionate about
yeah.
something like a chicken farm, or like something like, you know how you're like, I want my farm in my future.
Yeah.
Like I want to have my all my chickens and this and that in my
Yeah.
future. Like I feel like maybe I'm just saying it's a delusion now because it's not happening now, but maybe it will in the future. So like yeah, I would want somebody that kind of like supports that.
Yeah, it's okay with that delusional myth. Like as long as I feel like you're working towards it and like
Mhm.
making it happen for yourself, then like by all means, like don't shut that down
Yeah.
just because you don't want it. Like I want it, I'm gonna work towards it.
Yeah.
Just like be there to support me is all I ask.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
yeah, because I'm like I want to be a city girl, I want to be a country girl, I want to be a cottagecore girl. Like I have so many things I want to be, and like I don't want someone, you know, especially my partner, just be like, get your head out of your ass, like
Yeah.
stop. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that, and
Yeah.
that's not something nice to say to people.
Especially like a creative person like you.
Yeah.
That affects someone like that so much.
Yeah.
Like shooting down, like
it makes you feel like it's not worth it. Like
Yeah.
you're not worth all of that. Like you can't do that. So like
Yeah.
stop dreaming about it is what it comes off as. But I'm pretty sure like that's not the intended meaning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like it makes me feel that way.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's like that's not okay to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but to each their own.
Mhm.
Just be mindful of what you say to other people.
Yeah.
So like don't treat other people like how you want to be treated. And if
Yeah.
that's not how you want to be treated, don't treat other people like that.
Exactly.
That's the lesson of today. Be
Yes.
delusional, but you know.
I love delusion.
Right?
I love delusion in a sense when it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when it's good for you. But yeah.
And your dog is named Lulu.
Okay. But Shirley will always say, oh, Lulu.
Lulu, yeah.
No, Lulu
Oh,
is not Delulu.
We're like, that's perfect. Delulu, Lulu. Like, imagine.
She's delusional. She thinks she's a small dog. She's a big dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
no.
Even in dogs.
Yep, delusion exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think being delusional is okay in a sense if it's helping you be a better you.
Yeah.
If it's helping you like in a way where you're growing from it in a positive way.
Yeah.
In negative way, no. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out there and sit there and say, like I'm the skinniest girl in the world, but I'm not. But I feel like that delusion will I guess like be negative in my life because I'm not, and
because you're trying to be
somebody
someone
that
else.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I think like good delusion it's okay to kind of bask in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like speaking of like the negative delusional, like don't just because you want someone else to be, this type of person that you want them to be, don't be delusional enough to think that you can change them
Yeah.
or you can mold them to be who you want them to be. Like don't do that, because
Yeah.
again, you wouldn't want that to be done to you. So
That's a
don't do
learning
that.
experience to
Mm-hmm.
the test of time. I feel
Yeah.
like women, or maybe just people in general, like even like back in the days, like that was like to kind of build a man, fix a man,
Yeah.
or build a person, fix a person.
Or like
Like,
even to a friend,
yeah,
like a
no,
friend, your family members, whoever it might be.
yeah, nobody's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, no.
So don't be delusional in thinking that they could be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I think that's an important note to note, because I think
Mm-hmm.
like being perfect or being a perfectionist is kind of a thing in today's society.
Yeah,
That you want to have like the perfect life, like how social media portrays it,
yeah,
perfect life, the perfect job, the perfect like family.
mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like behind the closed door,
Yeah,
they're not perfect whatsoever.
agreed.
So don't chase perfection.
Yeah,
You know, but sometimes I feel like being imperfect is where it's at,
mm-hmm.
because then it builds character, and it's
Yeah,
like you have you everybody has flaws, and it's not something to try to fix all the time. It's something for you to like work on, but at the same time, like it makes you who you are
mm.
as a person, and that's I think that's so much better than like trying to be perfect and like fit into everybody's shoes
Yeah,
when they're just not meant for you.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So from today's lesson or today's life menu, being delusional is okay to an extent.
Yes. Yes. Don't, if someone tells you to not be delusional,
If it's
ignore it.
something like I feel like if it's something that you feel we will become reality, I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah.
Like in your sense, it was about like you wanting to do all the things that you plan to do, right? Or like
I guess it just like in general, I feel like
about everything about
yeah, or being able to like do so much or wanting to do so much. I don't really know. Like I'm not them to
yeah.
know what the intent is behind that statement, but it's just like I don't know.
I would say don't let it delusion. This will be my I guess my statement. Like if somebody's knocking down your shine or somebody is not allowing you to bask in your positivity delusion, then they need to hit the road, Jack. Have you seen that video? He's like, hit the road.
No.
No, I'm going off track. It was a TikTok of this old man. He was like, "This is private property. Hit the road, Jack." Type thing. But anyway, that's what I think. Hit the road.
Yeah.
If they're stopping you from improving on yourself and being great and doing the things that you want to do and that you think that will become real, it like turn into manifestation, then they need to hit the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think something else I wanted to say is just like, if you're like, I'm gonna marry a K-pop
Yeah.
celebrity, maybe come down from that a little bit. And like,
Yeah.
if your expectations of your partner is at the level of a K-pop celebrity,
Yeah, nah.
maybe come down from that ladder.
You're gonna be single
Come down from
forever.
that ladder for a little bit.
You get the K drama lead male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like we saw
Oh
someone
yeah.
that kind of fits that profile yesterday when we had went out to get Korean barbecue,
Yeah.
and like this is my first time seeing
Yeah.
a man, like a Korean man looking
Where
like
we
that.
are.
Where we are,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I was starstruck. I was shy. I barely get like that because like I often don't see that, but Yeah, I didn't even want to look him in the eyes.
You were staring at his arm and his shoe and his feet.
I didn't even know he had a tattoo. I was so zoned out. But yeah, no, yeah, he was.
He was good looking.
He was.
He has a fine
Never
shite.
returning back to that that Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like obviously, like thinking that I'm gonna marry Won-ho
Yeah.
is not real. It's fun.
It's
like
fun.
that's my man, my man, my man. But yeah, no, I don't really think it's true. I get that. But there are girls out there that think I'm gonna marry K-pop, and maybe some of them it will happen to them. I don't know, but very rare and in between. But yeah.
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 I don't know. I'm like, what if you were a celebrity and someone was crazily delusional about you? Would you
I'm
date
running.
them? Right? I'm running the other
No, but some people love that. Some people love like someone that's obsessed with them. No, like there's people out there like that love like somebody that's obsessed with them. There's people out there like that.
like a commoner.
Yeah, well, obviously, celebrities. I feel like that's very, 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 very rare.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could happen. Anything can happen. I don't know, because there's like those stories that would be like, I married my stalker type thing. Because some people like that obsession. I don't know, but yeah, I would say being delusional is okay to an extent, and it's okay to bask in your delusion sometimes if it does you good.
Yes. Yeah. Don't be batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't be batshit
Don't
crazy.
be batshit crazy.
Be level headed.
Yeah.
And if you have close friends, have them have them bring you down from the peg.
Bro, that reminds me. I know it's off topic, but like I used to. Okay, 2016, 2015 beauty, right?
Yeah.
It was big eyebrows, like big.
The blocky.
My eyebrows were so blocky. Nobody could take me off my high of my blocky eyebrows. And then one day I remember like we did a photo shoot and like I was doing makeup and I did makeup for Christine, and Christine was like, "Don't make my eyebrows like yours." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like mine. And it kind of woke me up from my delusion that my eyebrows were too blocky. So yeah. Listen to your friends.
Yeah.
Listen to your friends.
Get you a friend.
If they're real, that's a good friend to keep. But yeah.
Yes.
Listen to your friends.
Yes, and I think that's the only way I can stay so delusional with myself. Because I'm like, sometimes I can really be over the top delusional, but I have good friends around me to be like,
I think your standard in men, or like in the past before like moving to New York and like dating here, you were like up top of the mountain, Mount Fiji high level. I was like, oh, you gotta come down that, girl. You gotta come off that.
Yeah. At one point, I was obsessed with left-handed men. I was like, I think it was a Thai drama of a guy who's left-handed holding a gun like this. And I was like, that's the coolest shit I've seen.
Ain't no way.
And he was like riding with his left hand. He was like driving with his left hand, doing this stuff. And I was like, that is so attractive. So then for the longest time, I was only looking for men who were left-handed.
Lord. Yeah, we had to get her off that high real quick. But yeah, I think it's good to have good friends around you that keep you grounded. And it's okay sometimes to bask in your Delulu.
Have them support you on that as well.
Like if you feel like, oh, you want to start a project and you feel like you can't because like, I don't know, self-confidence or something, that delusion's okay.
Yes.
Right.
I think it's time to wrap up this episode. Maybe it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us for episode 3.
3.
An ode to being Delulu. But yeah, thanks for joining us at the menu. We hope today's conversation gave you something to think about, or at least laugh about. We'll be back next week with something new from Life's Menu. Until then, keep slowing down, keep figuring it out, and we'll see you next time.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify.
And if we don't see you tomorrow,
we'll see you later.
Yeah.